So we've arrived at our first overnight stop in Creetown, bar home accommodation, and we're just getting the bikes all locked and chained and alarmed. We seem to have lots and lots of chains and locks and things, and we've managed to set off one of the alarms. Apart from that, it's all going well. So we've come into Wigtown to get some breakfast because the place we were staying in Creetown didn't have anything, any food for breakfast. Doug's doing a bit of faffing because his phone is not charging, and that's our main navigation system. So without that, we're not going to know where we're going. He's now using his booster pack to charge his phone, so hopefully that'll work. Bit of a drizzly start today. We've just ridden 20 minutes to get to Wigtown for breakfast, but we're having to wait till the cafe opens. It doesn't open until 10. This is Sam's new bike, CRF 250, which is 10 years old, but it looks brand new and it's performing very well. So we've had our first off of the trip. Dougie thought he'd lost his phone, so we stopped to look for it. And Marty was just turning his bike round and got a bit of understeer in the mud and tipped it over, but it all seems to be okay. Right, just boarded another ferry. This is our third. Got the bikes on. Shortly be setting off from here. Right, there we are. We've just come in on the ferry, which is over there, Caledonian Ferry. We're staying at a place just along the road there, which we've just booked into, and we've come along the road to the fish and chip van to get our food for tonight. So we've just come over from Oban to Castle Bay and come out to a beautiful sandy beach with turquoise water, and Commodore Cartwright is having a paddle. So we're in our hostel, what's it called? Dunard Hostel in Castle Bay. This is the kitchen. The team are up early making sandwiches. Look at this, because they're off on a boat trip to Mengele Island today. See the puffins and the dolphins, and this is the breakfast preparation. Right, so here we go, off on the trip to Mengele on the Boy James. Well, this is Barra Airport. They have the runways are on the beach, but I guess they can only use them at low tide. What state the tide is now, but there's still seems to be water there. It's a beautiful sandy bay. Whether we'll see any planes. Another day, another ferry. We're at the north end of the Isle of Barra, heading for Eriskay, which is on South Uist today. All lashed down, ready to go. So he's having a breakfast bat. Is it nice?
Lovely.
Oh. Got sausage, flat sausage and egg in it. Oh, flat sausage and egg, lovely. That's how he's managed to spill his breakfast roll all over the floor, all over the chair, all over his trousers, and now he's got to mop it all up. And you just can't take some people out, can you? Can't trust them. South Uist, a wild and lonely place, you understand. So we're now on North Uist. We've just turned off the main road, come down this little track, hoping to find a causeway leading across to an island. Well, that's the island over there, but there's no sign of the causeway yet. We're going to wait for the tide to go out. And in the meantime, we're going to have curry and scones. Leftover curry from last night, and the scones. No, we can't make coffee because we didn't bring the jet boil.
What?
So I'm having a scone with jam and some butter, and Sam's having
Chicken curry from last night.
Chicken curry from last night. Yummy. But we're enjoying our scones despite the gale that's blowing. Is it good?
And Colin's just whinging. He's just whinging about anything. The wind, the rain.
The lack of sunshine.
Wild and desolate place.
Lack of sunshine. So we've come in out of the howling wind and pouring rain you can see by Martin's outfit that he's got all his waterproofs on, soaking wet, windblown, and we've come in here for a hot cup of tea, and Sam's having an ice cream. What is the matter with her? So we're down at the beach, and Martin and Dougie have gone in for a little swim. They won't be regretting it now though. I think that water's pretty cold. I'm just out for a walk not far from Langas Lodge through Langas Woods. And I have to say, it's a borderline magical place. You're just wandering along here. Just a normal sort of woodland walk, but you look around you and look more closely, you see all sorts of strange things. So just in here, for example, we've got a teddy bear's tea party going on. So we're now at the ferry terminal at Berneray, which is on North Uist, and we're heading across the sound here to Harris this morning. The ferries were all cancelled yesterday, and we're hoping it's going to be sailing today. It's very windy, but the wind's about half what it was yesterday. Okay, we're on our way, Berneray to Harris. We got hit by a squall of rain just as we were getting on the ferry, which was a bit unpleasant. We all got very wet. Got the bikes on board, and interestingly, this occasion they haven't tied them down. I think they're short of space, and the crossing is actually quite relatively flat, even though it's incredibly windy. Well, we've made it onto the Isle of Harris. We've stopped at this burger van at the side of the road to get a coffee. Fantastic view of the beach and the golf course, but if I step out from the shelter of this van, you'll realise just how windy it is. Now on the west side of Lewis, we've come to visit the Callanish Standing Stones. Very, very windy. Well, we made it to the bottom of Lewis. This is the northernmost part of the Outer Hebrides, and it's very wild. We're staying 2 nights in the Ullapool Youth Hostel, which is right on the harbour front. Just spin round and show you the view from the hostel. Bit of sunshine today, but it's supposed to be quite windy and cloudy with some showers. Got the bikes parked right out the front, which is handy in motorcycle parking. And we're heading off on a loop up north today, and hoping to keep out of the rain. Right, so we're getting ready to set off from our Ullapool Youth Hostel. It's here, beautiful view of the harbour. Fortunately today's forecast is pretty grim. Very windy, lots of rain, and we've got to ride 260 kilometres to Applecross, which is our next stop. So wish us luck. Right, so we've had a little bit stop for a break, and we found a van doing hot pies. So we're having Scotch pies and steak pies. A place called Pool U. It's rather cold and windy.
Is that how you pronounce it?
We're parked by a loch, I suppose it'll be. And Dougie the dipstick has managed to get his bike to fall over and punch a hole in my seat, which is very good of him. Pass. Go all the way down here. Find our way down that trail. Track road. Just on another little ferry crossing, just across this loch here. Saved us making a massive detour, having to ride round the whole thing. So here's my poor bike with the knackered tyre, stuck in a garage, and helpful dog is just on his way. Cheers, mate. Okay, bye. Times like this, you really know who your friends are. Well, here I am at the Cloneg ferry terminal, heading for the Isle of Arran, which is across there. Here's the ferry just coming in. Dougie's not here because he's gone to do a bit more exploring. I thought I'd come straight here with the dodgy tyre. It's my turn to cook this evening, and I'm going to warm up this spinach and ricotta stuff that we bought today for our dinner. And I've come into the kitchen at our youth hostel to do that, and discovered all these lovely young ladies doing lots of prep for a massive meal for 18 people, and they're well underway. And look at the chopping of that onion. That's incredible. There's a load of rice and a lot of stuff going on over there, and yeah, it's just all happening in this kitchen. And I'm going to boil up a bit of pasta.
Yum.
I feel like I'm inadequate, as usual. No. We were up at 5:15 this morning to ride down from Loch Ranza to Brodick for the ferry, and here we are at the ferry terminal, first thing in the morning. It's all rather calm and moody. There's the ferry there. Hoping to get a cup of coffee shortly.